right now. I was dating him first, so Adam belongs to me. You can't have him. I hear that you're going around telling people that you and Adam are getting married. But I know that's not true. He would never marry you. Would you stop embarrassing yourself and give him back to me? You'll regret it if you don't do as I say. No, I'll make you regret it. Give him back while I'm still ready to forgive you for taking him away from me. Excuse me, are you Adam's ex-girlfriend? I don't know what your problem is, but I don't plan on doing anything you just said. Adam and I are engaged. There's nothing you can do about that. Don't call me his ex. I'm his girlfriend. I still am and always will be. Some random woman like you can't change that. I don't know what got into him to make him want to marry someone like you, but I know that that's all your fault. You must have tricked him. Would you stop getting in the way and leave us alone? You're really causing a lot of trouble. You should be ashamed of yourself. Besides, do you really think anyone would want to marry an old woman like you? Oh, please, you're making me cringe just thinking about you in a wedding dress at your age. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. I understand that you're upset, but that doesn't mean you can be childish. Adam chose me. Accept that. I didn't do anything to trick him. And if anything, you should be embarrassed of yourself making a fuss when Adam's already made his decision. There's no point in getting hysteric just because you're not the one that he's going to be marrying. Sorry for being an old woman, but Adam chose me despite our age gap, so tough. Anyway, why do you care how old I am? I'm still in my 20s. How can I lose to an old woman like you? I'm younger and prettier. Of course I'm the better choice. Way better than some 30-something-year-old woman like you. Why would Adam choose you over me? I don't understand it at all. Why are you asking me? Why don't you hear the reason from Adam himself? Maybe hearing it from him directly will make giving him up easier. Why do you even know my number? I don't think we have any friends in common. And Adam knows that I don't like people sharing my number without my consent. How could you have found out how to contact me? Anyway, I'm going to block you, so stop bothering me. I wish you all the best in your new life without Adam. You really should learn when to give up. You can't obsess over him forever, you know. It's already been a couple years since I started dating him. But if you still haven't been able to get over him, you're just going to suffer more. It's not good for you. It's already decided that Adam and I are going to get married, so you've just got to accept that. I'm not lying and I haven't tricked him. We're just in love. I took your phone number from Adam's contact list on his phone. Okay, I really think that you need help. You're not going to like it, but that's called being a stalker. Hang on, how did you even get his phone in the first place? Adam and I started dating after the both of you broke up. How could you have gotten my phone number? Unless you've seen him recently. You can't marry him. Adam is mine. You don't have the right to be with him because he was with me first. I'm going to take him back from you no matter what it takes. I suggest that you give him up first if you don't want to get hurt. He's going to choose me anyway when he realizes what a mistake he's made. What are you talking about? He doesn't belong to you. He doesn't belong to anyone. He's not a thing. And he's chosen me, so you should accept that. But I have something I want to ask you. You better break up with him. I'm not going to forgive you if you marry him. He's mine and only mine. Your name was Rebecca, right? Are you listening to me? When did you last see Adam?
Martha, sorry. I know you're gonna hate me for doing this again, but I was suddenly asked to attend a business meeting with a client at work, so I can't see you tonight. I really wanted to go and see that movie with you, but it looks like we're gonna have to go another day. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Alright, I guess we can go next week instead, Adam. Before you go, I have something I want to ask you. Do you have a few minutes?
What is it? Is something wrong?
Your ex-girlfriend. Her name was Rebecca, right?
Yeah, it is. Why? What's up? Why are you suddenly asking about my ex?
She messaged me yesterday. I tried to ignore her, but she was being really persistent. But I was wondering how she got my number in the first place. Did you tell her?
What? Rebecca messaged you? Seriously? What did she say?
She told me that she took my number from your phone. But she could have only done that if you've met up with her since we started dating. Have you? I thought you said you didn't want to see her anymore.
Of course I haven't met her. You can't believe everything she says. Don't you trust me? She's just trying to make you suspicious of me so that she can try and break us up. Don't you remember me telling you how obsessive she was? She was really dependent on me for everything and was jealous all the time. That's why I left her, because I couldn't handle how clingy she got. And that's why you can't let her go to you. She still has a thing for me. But that doesn't mean anything to me, trust me. You can't just let her ruin our relationship when the wedding is just a few weeks away. Just block her and ignore her if she tries to message you again, and act as though nothing happened. She'll get tired of it sooner or later. Please, she's just my ex. She can't ruin what we have right now.
Of course, I can't just ignore her. How can I do that when I feel like you're not telling me the truth? If you say that you haven't met her, then how does she have my phone number? She couldn't have got it from anyone else. You're the only person we have in common.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I might have actually told her your number in the past. I'm sorry. But I only told her because she was saying stuff like, I won't forgive you if you don't tell me and you'll regret it. She was saying all sorts of weird stuff. I mean, she always does. So I thought that she might try and bother you if I didn't tell her. I really think that there is something wrong with her, so I felt it was best to just do what she wanted, and I told her your phone number. I mean, I thought it was better than her trying to get closer to you. She really does get jealous, so I don't know what she might do. But the worst case scenario I was imagining was that she might try and hurt you. And I really don't want that.
If that's why you told her, then why didn't you warn me? You should have given me a heads up that your jealous ex-girlfriend might try and get in touch with me, and maybe I had been able to block her beforehand or something. You know I don't like when people share my number without me knowing, so can you please just ask me the next time someone asks for my number? I've already blocked her, but she's already creeped me out. If she's that obsessive, then there's no telling what she might do next. It's still predictable if she buys a new phone just so she can get through. But what if she turns up at your house next?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have thought a little carefully. I just didn't want to set her off. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know it's scary, but I'm serious. Don't let her get to you. She's just trying to break us up. I'll talk to her and I'll try and get her to stop, so don't worry about her anymore.
Yeah, please. I really don't want her to message me anymore. She really does her best to make me feel bad about myself, and I can tell she's laughing at me. Adam, you haven't cheated on me, have you?
What? Of course I haven't been doing anything like that. Why would you even think that? I swear I haven't even thought about anyone else except you.
I'm sorry, I had a bad feeling when I spoke with her. It was really like she knew something I didn't, and it felt like she was laughing at me for not realizing. You haven't lied to me about something, have you? There's nothing else you want to announce other than the fact that you told her my phone number?
Of course not! I would never lie to you, I promise! And why would I even lie to you? Do you really not trust me that much? And it's not like I lied to you about giving her your phone number, it just slipped my mind to tell you. Martha, please don't let her get to you. She really is just a crazy ex-girlfriend. Nothing she says actually means anything. She's just trying to make you doubt me so that we'll break up. I'm not exaggerating when I say she's crazy. I broke up with her because she was really obsessive and manipulative, and I couldn't take how possessive she was anymore. But we're getting married in a few weeks, remember? Think about this rationally. I chose you. You don't have to think about anything else.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, but I still feel like something's not right. It's really bothering me, so I can't help but think about it until I know what it is.
Come on, you gotta believe me. I haven't done anything. Why would I? We're gonna get married. I'm going to become your husband. What are you going to do if you can't trust the man that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with? We can't enjoy our married life if we don't have a relationship built on trust.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you so much. I'll try not to think about it. I'm probably overthinking things anyway. I'll just focus on the preparations for the wedding. Sorry I bothered you with something so stupid before your meeting. Don't worry about me and do your best. We can go watch that movie another time.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't worry, just trust me. I'm sorry about the movie too. I'll make it up to you. We're still going to have dinner tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Martha, what's wrong? Hurry up and come back to the hall so we can continue the service. Everyone is waiting for you. I know this is our big day, but we can't keep the guests waiting forever, you know?
What's wrong? Are you seriously asking me that? You saw what she did, didn't you? You were right there. You came after us when you saw that Rebecca asked me to have a chat and you saw everything, so why are you so calm? Why aren't you angry for me?
Martha, I don't get what the big deal is. Don't be so dramatic. Just come back to the hall so we can continue. Where are you? You didn't leave the venue, did you?
You must be joking. You think I'm being dramatic? Your ex-girlfriend slapped me in the face. I seriously thought that she just wanted to talk, but the second we moved to that corridor, she just turned around and hit me. Without any warning. So why are you acting as though nothing happened? Why didn't you even try and stop her? I can't believe you. All you said was sorry. She's just a bit jealous and walked on by. You're supposed to be the groom. Couldn't you at least ask her to leave? She wasn't even invited in the first place. Instead, you made it seem like it was a matter of course that I should overlook what she had done because she was just a little jealous. Why should I care if she's jealous? That doesn't give her any right to hit me. To be honest, I'm panicking because of how ridiculous this entire situation is. I'm not in any state to return to the hall.
Oh, come on, Martha. Don't be like that. Why are you making such a big fuss out of this? I said I'm sorry. It wasn't even me that hit you. She really was just a bit jealous, that's all. You should just loosen up a little.
How can you say that? I don't even understand how you can actually say ha 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 like it was just a joke or something. She actually hit me. It's assault. And come to think of it, you were smiling earlier too when you passed us by. You didn't even look that shocked that she hit me. You may not understand, but this situation is a lot more serious than you think. Yet here you are trying to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal at all. If anything, you seem pretty happy. Am I wrong?
Of course I'm not happy, but I don't think that is such a big deal. And I was actually pretty surprised. I didn't know stuff like this actually happened outside the movies. I guess this is what people call a catfight, huh? And I didn't know that Rebecca was that jealous. I really am sorry, seriously. I don't know what got into her, but I don't think she'll do it again, so don't worry.
You don't seem very sorry at all. You seem like you're really enjoying this. Did you know that she was coming? I mean, I definitely didn't invite her, so you must have been the one that told her the date and address. And now your ex-girlfriend's come and crashed our wedding. You're enjoying the fact that she's gotten jealous of the bride. Must be fun to imagine that there are two women fighting over you, but she crossed the line. If you were half the man I thought you were, then you should have stopped her. But you only laughed and made excuses for her. You must be kidding if you really think that this situation is for your entertainment.
Martha, I'm not thinking that at all. But seriously, I just think that you're making a big deal out of nothing. I was just laughing because I was surprised, I swear.
I'm the one that was surprised. I was surprised that someone would even hit me. And I'm shocked that you were a complete bystander. You're acting like it was none of your business. You're supposed to be my husband. Don't you feel anything if your loved one is treated like that? I'd understand wanting to leave us to it if we were just arguing, but she resorted to violence and you didn't lift a finger. You liked that she was jealous enough to hit me.
Why are you so angry? Like I told you, it's not like I was the one that hit you. And today's supposed to be a special day for us. It's the biggest day of our lives. Don't ruin it by getting pissed off just because Rebecca got a little jealous. You may be older than her, but you've still got a long way to go before you grow up, Martha.
Excuse me? I'm the one that needs to grow up? You're saying that to the woman who got slapped in the face. To your wife. And what are you still laughing about? This isn't funny.
Calm down, Martha. You don't have to be that angry. You're being really dramatic over a slap. I just don't want you to make a bigger deal out of things than what's necessary. And you're going over the top. We're supposed to be celebrating, so by getting into a really angry mood, you're just being all childish and ruining everyone else's happy mood. Can you just hurry up and sort out your attitude because everyone is waiting?
How about you tell that to your ex-girlfriend? And by the way, it wasn't just a slap. She slapped me twice. Why am I suddenly the bad person? I hate to make our guests wait, but I think they'd give me a break if they knew what happened.
Do you really think that there's a point in telling her? She's still in love with me. She can't help but be jealous. She must have come to the venue knowing that she would have to have a showdown with you. You gotta hand it to her, she has guts. But too bad for her, I'm already yours. Anyway, she just got a little bit jealous and slapped you, that's all. Let's just forget about it and get on with the ceremony. Come on, stop pouting and come back to the hall. Or just tell me where you are. I'll go and collect you.
Don't worry about that. I've already called my lawyer.
What? Why would you do that?
No way. You're actually asking me why? Because of you and your ex-girlfriend, that's why. I've had enough.
What are you talking about? Why would you have to call a lawyer? Let's calm down and talk about this first.
Don't make me laugh. It's already past the point where we can just talk this through. You don't care about how I feel about the situation. You're enjoying this. I want my lawyer to help us deal with this. We can make plans to meet all together someday. Right now, though, I'm going to meet with her and explain the situation. You can stay in the hall if you'd like, but either way, the wedding is canceled. I'm not coming back.
What? What are you talking about? You can't just decide that without me. I'm really going to get angry if you keep on making stupid threats like that. Martha, are you listening to me? Hurry up and come back to the hall so that we can continue the ceremony. We're all waiting for you. You're just gonna annoy our guests if you don't hurry up.
Shut up, Adam. I'm not going to marry you. Accept that.
What? Did you just tell me to shut up?
So what if I did? You need to listen to what I'm saying. It seems like you don't understand how serious the situation is. So I'm going to explain it to you. Even before today, your ex-girlfriend was threatening me, sending me messages incessantly, and was already doing things that could be considered stalking. And today she's finally crossed the line and assaulted me. Do you understand what that means?
Well, if you have to say it like that, then yeah, it sounds bad. But you really don't have to be that harsh. She really is in love with me, that's all. But she couldn't help it. You're just exaggerating.
Yeah, it sounds bad because it's a crime. And yet you think that I'm exaggerating. I'm talking with my lawyer right now and I'm going to show her this conversation, so maybe you should take care with what you say.
Yeah, you're exaggerating. You've called a lawyer. How dramatic can you get? Martha, why don't you just come back to the venue and let's talk about this? You don't need to bring your lawyer. We can talk about this without her. There's no need to go that far.
I don't know about you, but personally, I want a lawyer. This is assault, and now she's actually gone and hit me. Her threats are much more worrying. I don't want to just leave this problem undealt with and suffer something much worse down the line. I want to talk to someone who won't pass my worries off as me being dramatic.
Yeah, alright, I get why you want a lawyer, but are you serious about the wedding? You're going to cancel it?
Have you finally realized how serious this situation is? I hope you have, because that's how serious I am about canceling the wedding. I regret that we ended up wasting our guests' time, but it's over. From now on, I want my lawyer to be our middleman, so if you want to contact me, you'll have to do it through her. We'll have to talk about this face-to-face sometime, so I'd like you to bring your ex-girlfriend when we do. Of course, I plan on reporting this incident to the police, so you'll have to be prepared to be questioned, and don't think about lying to defend your ex. I've already asked my parents to check with the venue regarding their CCTV, and apparently they'd be happy to give us a copy.
What? Are you really going to cancel the wedding? I can't believe it! Your parents are starting to make an announcement, and you want to do this? I can still stop them. Wait, they're telling everyone what's happening. Martha, think about this. Are you sure you want to cancel this wedding? You can't undo this.
Of course I'm sure. Is there a problem? Because I can't think of a good enough reason to continue it. I'm going to cancel the wedding and I don't plan on rescheduling.
What are you talking about? You don't plan on rescheduling? Does that mean that you don't want to be married? Martha, are you out of your mind? Just because my ex-girlfriend did something stupid doesn't mean that you have to go this far. Why do I have to get punished by something she did on her own? Are you actually going to pretend that our marriage never happened? I don't get why you have to do that. You're going way too far. Martha, calm down and think about this. This isn't a dream and you can't undo this when you realize that you made a mistake. This is reality.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. You're the one that needs to calm down and look at what's going on a little more rationally. Of course I'd want to cancel our wedding if I'd been treated like this. I'm just glad that you didn't insist that we go to file our marriage certificate at the registers before we had the ceremony. Saves me the trouble of having to go through a divorce.
What? You haven't even gone through the registry office? I thought that you'd already given it a day before yesterday when we signed it.
No, I haven't. I never said that I would file it on the day either. I just kept it with me. I told you I had a bad feeling when I spoke to your ex-girlfriend, remember? You told me to forget about it, but I already decided that I wouldn't file it until I found out why.
What bad feeling? I don't remember you saying anything like that. You're just imagining things, so forget about it.
And I'm telling you, I did. The way you tried to steer me away from thinking about it then was suspicious too. Well, it turns out it wasn't just my imagination. I was right to doubt you. I thought I could forgive you for what you'd been doing, but being slapped by your ex-girlfriend actually helped to wake me up. Plus, you couldn't even stop smirking when it happened. You didn't try to stop her, you didn't try to defend me. You were too busy enjoying the drama of having two women fight over you. But it helped me realize that I was making a mistake to even marry you. I really don't know what I was thinking.
Why would you say that? I told you I'm sorry, okay? It's not even my fault. But I'm still being really sincere. The least that you could do is try and rethink canceling the wedding.
No, thank you. I'll stick with my decision and send you a bill for the wedding costs and compensation. Adam, you can think that I'm stupid. I already know that you've been cheating on me. This is completely your own fault. We're finished, and you're going to pay for it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You're going to ask for compensation and make me pay for the wedding alone? Even though you're the one that canceled it?
I canceled it because I can't marry a lying cheater like you. I'm going to demand the compensation I'm owed, and your affair led to the wedding being canceled, so you're going to cover the full costs. Don't even bother asking me if I'm sure. I'm not going to change my mind, and I'm not going to marry you. Why don't you enjoy the rest of your life with the woman you were cheating on me with? Oh wait, you were cheating on me with Rebecca, right? I'm sure you'll be very happy together since she can't accept you marrying anyone else, and you're happy to defend her actions. You'll be perfect for each other.
Wait a minute, so our relationship is actually over? You can't be serious! Please stop making weird threats, Martha. Why would I want to marry anyone else? I love you. I only love you. I don't want to break up. Please don't cancel the wedding. You don't have to go that far. The guests all have left, but we still have the ceremony. Ask your parents to get the priest to come back. Stop messing around, Martha. Let's get married and make each other happy. You're just overreacting.
You must be joking. I've already made up my mind. I'm not coming back to get married. Who would want to marry an asshole like you?
You're saying that I'm the asshole here? You're the one that suddenly decided to cancel the wedding without warning me.
Says the man that was cheating on me. You may have thought that you did a good job hiding your affair from me, but unfortunately you'll have to do a better job if you really don't want to get caught. Finding out about your affair was enough of a reason to want to cancel the wedding, but I thought I should give you a chance, and went on with it. For some stupid reason, I thought that once we were married, you would give it up and finally choose me. I thought that you'd stop playing around and treat me with more respect. When your ex-girlfriend hit me and you didn't do anything, I realized that you would never change. You're always going to be this self-interested, self-centered jerk. I can't imagine how things will go for you down the line if you continue to act like this. But why should I worry about you? It's none of my business anymore. I'm not marrying you, and that's final. We're over. All you can do from now on is talk about how we'll settle the compensation. I'd rather get it over and done with today, so let's talk. That's the only reason why I'm coming back to the venue.
Wait, Martha! This is all just your misunderstanding. I was never serious about Rebecca. It meant nothing. Please, Martha, tell everyone you made a mistake. My mom and friends are really angry. They're all sending me messages and they sound really pissed about me for the affair. Please, I'll tell you the truth. I'll explain why this all happened. Tell them you made a mistake.
I don't know where you're hiding, but you better come out soon. I want us to talk with my lawyer. I want to get the compensation and stuff sorted out as soon as possible so I don't ever have to talk to you ever again. No matter how much you explain, it won't change the fact that you were cheating on me and doesn't exempt you from taking responsibility for your behavior. It's all excuses anyway, right?
Rebecca's my ex-girlfriend, but that doesn't mean that I still have feelings for her. I would never choose her over you. She's in a lot of debt, so I never even thought about being in a long-term relationship with her, let alone marrying her, I swear. I didn't want her to get dependent on me, so I was trying to put more distance between us. but she was really persistent, so I couldn't help but go out with her when she asked me to. I was sleeping with her so that she wouldn't ask for any more. It wasn't anything serious. But then she started thinking that I was still in love with her and wouldn't let me end the affair when I asked her to. She just kept on asking when our next date would be, even though I tried to tell her that I couldn't see her anymore. I was planning on ending it before the wedding, but she wouldn't listen to me. I really had no choice. It's not my fault, Martha. You've gotta believe me. I tried.
Typical. That's the exact same excuse every other asshole on the face of the earth makes when they've had an affair. You try to make it out to be someone else's fault, but it's really all your own responsibility. The excuses you made are also pathetic. It's embarrassing. I'm shocked you have the nerve to say all that and think that I still want to be with you. It seems that you were hoping you could hide your affair and get married with me, none the wiser. But now that I've dumped you, I guess your evil plans have exploded in your face. I almost pity you. I can't imagine how disappointed you must be to lose me. But I feel great knowing that I was able to avoid what could have become the worst mistake of my life.
Martha, please! I don't want to break up. I'll do anything to make it up to you, please. Some of our guests were colleagues from work, and some of them were my managers. If you do this, it'll affect my work life too. They all heard your parents' announcements, and they all told everyone at work too. It's gonna be really embarrassing for me to go back to work on Monday. Come on, you've gotta tell them that it was a misunderstanding, or else it'll be really awkward when I see them all next. Please forgive me, and I'll take back the announcement if you come back to the menu. Let's call all the guests back and have the ceremony.
I don't think there's any point. Do you really think you'll have a job to go back to on Monday after this?
What? Why would I lose my job?
Didn't you know that the CEO of your company and I are related? Maybe I forgot to mention that.
No way, you're just messing with me, right?
Of course I'm being serious. Did you really think that the CEO of such a big company would take the time out of his busy work schedule just for a regular employee like you? I guess he must have thought that it was a matter of course for him to come all this way, considering how big your ego is, but that's not the case. He came because he found out from another relative that I was getting married. He even prepared a lovely wedding gift, but thanks to you, his sentiments were wasted on us.
Is that why he came? I didn't know, I swear!
You're the only one that didn't know. All of my relatives knew that you were working in his company and even mentioned it to him, you know? But now that I think about it, I think that might not have been a good idea, for your sake. Now he knows you work for him and that you ruined our wedding day with your affair. I think he'll be having a hard time at the office from now on.
What? Please don't leave me. Don't abandon me like this. If we don't get married, my entire life will be ruined. I'm sorry, please. I apologize properly this time. I'm seriously sorry. I won't meet her ever again, and I promise I'll make you happy.
It's too late to start apologizing sincerely now, and no apology will be enough to make me forgive you after everything you've done. Goodbye, you piece of crap. You'd better hurry up and come out from wherever you're hiding so we can talk about how much you owe me. In the end, the wedding ceremony that Martha and her entire family had been looking forward to became a discussion between Martha, her lawyer, and Adam. Some of Martha's angered family were also onlookers to the meeting, and for Adam there was no way to escape the living hell of insults and reprimands he got. On top of that, the colleagues that had been invited to the wedding all ended up spreading rumors about what Adam had done. So Adam returned to the office the next Monday to find that the atmosphere was icy cold. Nobody could believe how selfish he had been, and all the colleagues he had gotten on so well with up until now would no longer speak to him after hearing about his attitude towards his fiancé. For better or for worse, the CEO decided to have Adam demoted, and he was sent to work in a branch office in another part of the country. Adam had no choice but to accept the transferal if he wanted to keep his job, especially since he had only just been ordered by court to pay Martha compensation. He also had to reimburse her for the wedding fees, as well as pay the venue the cancel fee. By the time he moved states, he was already deep in debt. Thanks to everything that had happened, he was struggling mentally, but it was nothing in comparison to the way Martha had suffered when she found out about his affair. Adam finally realized how stupid he had been and what he had lost when it occurred to him that all he had left was a dependent and possessive lover that was drowning in just as much debt as he was. People say that we only know the true value of something once it's been lost. It seems Adam finally learned that lesson the hard way when he failed to appreciate Martha. His realization came far too late, but he's only got himself to blame.
Hey, I kind of have something important that I want to talk about with you real quick.
Oh, what is it? Is it going to take long? If it's about increasing your allowance, I'm most definitely not going to do that for you. If anything, I was planning on reducing and cutting back on your allowance starting next month. Definitely not going to raise it.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk about with you. Actually, I was planning on potentially quitting my job here. I have a lot of reasons, but...
What? What are you talking about? You really are going to quit? Does that mean you're going to be unemployed? You won't have a job? You're already in your 40s, you realize that, right? What are you planning on doing after you quit your job? Do you have something in mind?
Well, I was planning on starting my own business, you know? I think I told you before about this whole business thing. I've always wanted to start my own restaurant and run it ever since I was young.
What? Are you serious? You really need to stop fooling around like that and work a real job, like the one you have right now. How could you be so silly to daydream like that? I'm honestly kind of appalled. You're not young anymore. You have a family. You realize that. Just give up on your hopes and dreams, okay?
We got married really early in my life when I should have been experiencing life. We even had our first child. I've been working hard ever since then with no complaints to make sure that our family stays happy and safe. But Janice is already legal now and has already found a place to work, you know? She's over with college and everything. We've already saved up quite a bit of savings and everything here on out. Like, we don't need to worry about it anymore. I feel that if we wanted to do something, now would be the perfect time to do.
Okay, yeah. Very great joke. You're seriously such a little joker, aren't you? So I'm gonna need you to work real hard and work late today to make sure that you bring in that money for us, okay?
I actually wanted to talk about this last week, but I never really had the chance to do that. So, to be frank with you, I already quit work today. I put in my resignation letter to my boss before I left. Sorry that I didn't tell you sooner, but I really couldn't figure out what the best timing was.
What? Are you serious right now? Tell me you're joking with me, right? I don't want to listen to your stupid little jokes anymore. I'm not going along with any of this crap. If it's a prank, you need to stop right now.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but this isn't a joke or a prank. I was seriously thinking about everything that I wanted to do and my goals, and this was a conclusion that I ended up at.
You're lying. Tell me that you're lying to me, and this is all just made up. Tell me that you didn't honestly just quit your job that you've been working so hard at age 45. You're telling me that you're jobless starting today. You're a NEET.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm jobless. But don't worry, baby. I got it all figured out. I'm not just doing this with nothing planned out ahead.
I'm not going to accept this. I'm not okay with any of this going on right now. I will not forgive you for this. I want you to get your job back.
I mean, you say you don't forgive me or to go get my job back, but I already quit my job, and I've been telling you time and time again that it'll be alright because I planned everything out. How about for once in the 20 years that we've been married, you trust me with what I'm doing for myself and my family?
I've made the worst mistake of my life spending my marriage with a man like you. You're the absolute worst. I'm seriously at a wit's end here. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. How are you going to take care of me with no job? What are you going to do? Love my purses into existence? Do you realize that we have our own daughter to take care of too? How could you?
Hey, okay, you need to calm down, Anna. A daughter that you keep bringing up has already found a place of employment. I don't have any job right now, but that doesn't mean that I have no source of passive income. I'm gonna be settling everything up so that we can keep living together comfortably, so don't worry. You can relax a little bit, okay?
How could I possibly not worry? You really expect me to relax? You piece of trash? You're the worst man that has ever come into my life. I don't need you anymore. You've used up your value to me.
What are you talking about? You don't need me anymore. That's taking it a little too far, don't you think? That's the way you treat me the second I tell you that I've resigned from my job? What the hell, Anna? I worked my ass off for over 20 years for this family to make sure that everyone is totally happy and safe. I've never complained that my monthly allowance is only $1,000 a month, never. I've had almost no money for me to do anything for my hobbies. I've abandoned all of them. I have no intention of hearing you complain about my decisions after I worked this hard to keep this going.
Yeah, you're useless considering you have no job. You're unemployed, which means that you're going to be living all alone from now on. I'm going to be talking to Janice about all of this, you understand? I'm sure that she's going to have the same opinion as me, but we'll see.
I'll tell her, don't worry. I plan on telling her tonight anyway. Where'd you go, sweetie? How come no one's at the house right now? It's literally empty. Where are you, Janice? And do you know where Mom is right now?
I'm going to be staying with Mom tonight. We're not going to be with you. I heard from Mom you were apparently fired, right? What a loser.
Fired? I wasn't fired at all. What are you talking about? I literally resigned of my own free will. What is Mom talking about? I turned in my resignation papers the day I left.
Oh, come on now. Now you're just being picky. It's all the same thing. How could you possibly make yourself unemployed at that age? You're literally 45. You realize that your 22-year-old daughter has a job, right? She's employed? Are you some kind of idiot? What's wrong with you?
You really need to watch your mouth. You shouldn't be calling your own father stupid. You need to watch what you say before you say it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. I'll say what I want when I want.
What do you mean? What has gotten into you?
You're not my father or even family to me. You're just gone. I can't possibly think that a piece of trash like you is my own father. There's no way.
You're really going to go that far? You don't want to stop at all? Look at you and your mother doing the same thing. Just cutting me loose as soon as you realize that I don't have a job and I'm trying to pursue my dreams.
I mean, let's be real. I've always considered you to be nothing more than an ATM for me to get money from. But you don't even work as an ATM from now on, so you're completely useless to me. I don't need you. You're just some rotten old man with no job, no money, and now you have no wife or daughter. Mom and I are going to be living with each other, and we're never going to live with you ever again, you rotten sack of shit.
What the hell has gotten into you? What are you talking about not living with me?
Has Mom really not texted you yet? She said she would. Anyway, we're both going to be staying somewhere else tonight where you aren't around. While we're over here having a great time, you make sure to pack your things up and leave. I want you and your stuff gone by tomorrow. Do you understand what I'm saying? You shitty, useless, rotten old man.
Janice, you seriously the same girl that I raised? My own flesh and blood? You're seriously taking all this too far. How could you say such things?
Taking it too far? I'm just telling you facts. If you think that's bullying, then that's your problem. I don't plan on meeting you from now on, so you better hurry up and get the hell out of our house. You're unwelcome now.
Are you two seriously planning on chasing me out of my home?
How about you talk about this kind of thing with Mom? I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm seriously getting tired of talking to you, so yeah. You're going to be blocked. Goodbye, shitty ex-dad.
You're not gonna stop, I understand now. Thank you for being honest with me. I just got a message from Janice. We just spoke for a little. She was seriously taunting me to no end. She wouldn't let up. What are you talking about me getting fired for? I didn't get fired and you know it. What did I ever do to you for you to act like this? I don't deserve this kind of abuse.
I don't have any kind of use for some old guy in his mid-40s with no job. Do you really think that you have some kind of value? Tell me right now what you think you're worth.
What? What are you talking about, my worth?
Let me elaborate what I mean then. In a single word, money. You were only keeping us together and staying with you because you were keeping us with money. If you don't have any money, we aren't family, and I'm pretty sure that Janice has already told you about how she doesn't consider you to be family. I just think that you're a piece of shit with no use to me, Janice or society, really. That's what both of us think.
You're taking this way too far and saying way too much. Are you being serious right now? Or is this all some kind of terrible joke?
You have no idea how serious I'm being right now. I can't be more serious. Truth be told, I kind of just wish you would cease to exist entirely. I don't want you to ever be breathing the same air as I am. Oh, and just to be clear, I'm going to be living in that house with Janice. You will be leaving. Right now, you need to just focus on getting all of your stuff ready. I'm going to be going back to that house starting tomorrow, and I don't want to see you there. Understood?
Yeah, I can't believe what I'm reading. I thought you were just messing around with me to try to josh me or something, but you're actually being serious about all the crap that you've been saying. I've been working this hard and tirelessly to devote my life for the success and happiness of this family. I'm glad to know that's what you thought of me right now, to be honest with you. I'll play by your rules then. I'll leave the house as soon as possible. It doesn't look like I'll be able to have a nice life if I try to stay around you two anyway.
So you finally figured it out, huh? You finally understand. Apparently you really didn't understand what your value was to this family and why exactly you were around with us at all. Did you really feel like you had any value around us when you quit your job? I mean, seriously, how? Janice is saying that she'll live with me too, so make sure that we get the divorce rolling because I want you to get the hell out of the house ASAP.
All right, sounds good. You guys stay safe and healthy.
You better not show your face around us anymore.
I'll listen to you and give you what you want. I'll leave the house just like you said. I don't think I'll ever see either of you ever again, but thank you for everything that you two have given me up until now. I had a lot of nice memories. You guys take care.
Hey Jay, long time no talk, huh? It's been a minute. So, are you able to see me sometime? Maybe meet up for some coffee? I'm reaching out to you again because I want to live with you and everyone else again. Let's all live together again.
Excuse me, who am I talking to right now? Who is this?
What are you talking about, you silly goose? We're all family, remember? Janice is saying that she wants to see you too. She should be texting you soon. Come on, let's all live together again. I'm sure you've missed us too, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that with a cold hard no. What the hell are you talking about anyway, Anna? Have you completely lost your mind? We've gotten divorced. We're complete strangers right now. Do you understand? We're not family or friends. What exactly you're suddenly coming out and texting me for? Why are you really messaging me and wanting to live with me?
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. We're not completely strangers. We were married for over 20 years, and we're husband and wife for that time, too. You can't say that your own daughter is also some random stranger, right?
You and Janice are both guilty of wanting to chase me out of the house. I didn't want to, but you two chased me away. Why do I have to start caring about you two now? After all that you two have done to me? To me, you two are complete strangers. I don't know you, and I don't want to be involved in your lives.
You don't understand how difficult things have been over here for Janice and I. Are you sure that we can't live together anymore? Can I maybe change how you feel about that?
I don't care what kind of terrible tragedy is going on to the world's shittiest mom and daughter. It has nothing to do with me. Literally zip, nada, good luck.
We don't have anything to do with each other. Oh, come on now. Don't be saying mean things like that. I heard that your business was a huge success, right? It really took off.
Oh, you saw the TV program, did you?
I was actually incredibly surprised. You caught me off guard. I didn't think that I'd ever see you like this again. I really expected to see you some other way. I was so proud to see you, though. You were so incredible and amazing.
I did incredible things with my business, you're right. It took off. I became a restaurant owner that is so crazy successful that I even have my own TV cooking show now. I'm sure you saw the interview that CNN had on me, right? That's why I decided to reach out to me and see if you could get back together with me, right? It's clear as day that you're only in it for the money. I mean, could you make it any more obvious? You're such a wretched woman. I really don't believe how I could have married such a gold digger to begin with.
Why would you say such things like that? Come on. Don't be so rude. And so what if we were after the money? Is that really that bad of a thing? Besides, the whole reason that we divorced was because you decided to quit your job and be unemployed. I thought that you wouldn't have any form of income. That's why I had to split up with you. If you had money, then it was a waste to divorce you. I shouldn't have divorced you at all. What's wrong with wanting to live with you again? That's right, there's literally nothing you can say to explain how it's wrong.
The fact that you're sitting here bragging about how you want to live with me again really baffles me. How could you sit here proud like that? Let me rephrase what you're asking me. You want me to become your personal ATM, right? That's what you're saying. Let me just tell you right now, I have zero intention of being your ATM. If you don't have anything else for me, I'm gonna be leaving now. Please don't contact me again.
Please, just hear me out. Don't just leave me. I'm begging you. Hear me out. I thought that everything would be fine because Janice had a job and everything would be fine. But then she said that she didn't really like the workplace environment. She quit like 3 days later. Now she's just kind of holed up in her room and won't come out.
Ah, she's a shut-in, huh? It's gotta be pretty tough for everyone involved.
Right? You're worried now, right? You should be.
I mean, considering how aggressive she is, I'm sure she's not making it any easier on herself or anyone that wants to help her out either, right?
Wait, what?
That all should be solved on her own. I shouldn't have to help her out. She's already legal. You should be able to handle her own decisions and figure out her own things. There's nothing that I can do anymore. I've got nothing to do with you. You guys are the one that cut me off. I didn't want to at first, but you forced my hand, remember? Or did you forget?
But the circumstances are a little bit different now, aren't they? It's not the same as they were before. It's not my fault that Janice hasn't been able to keep her job. She's just like how you were before, unemployed. We don't have any income. Neither one of us do, you understand? What the hell are we supposed to do from here on out? Tell me. Even if we have the house, we can't survive with no money or income. It's just not possible.
If Janice isn't gonna work at all, how about you decide to pick up the slack and start working yourself? You're still in your early 40s, you can literally do anything. At least any kind of part-time job.
I can't work right now, are you kidding me? I haven't worked for over 20 years, it's too late for me. Also, you remember what little savings I had? The little amount that we were able to save up and manage to keep during the divorce? Janice used all of it up and even started taking out loans to pay for her stupid online games. She kept opening boxes or something. I don't know.
I see. I didn't realize how far she'd fallen. It sounds like you're gonna be having a pretty hard time living with her, huh? I mean, to be honest with you, I think you two deserve each other and everything you've got coming your way. You guys just figure it out amongst yourselves, okay? I'll be focusing on my own work.
But then I'll have to work. I won't be able to do nothing all day while cashing in on someone else's hard work. I need to get back with you and you need to get back with me, Jay. If we do, then we could just live together and everything's solved. You'll be happy and I'll be happy living off of you too. Why wouldn't you do that for me, Jay? Come on. You always just shut up and listen to everything I've told you to do. Just do this one more time and everything will be fine.
I've been listening to everything you've ever had to tell me for over 20 years. I never complained. I don't know how many times I've counted that I worked so hard, and yet I only got about $100 a month for money that I can spend freely. I always kept it to myself without complaining, though, because I thought that was what was best for my family at the time. I listened to everything you've had to say and always prioritized your directions. I even obeyed your orders for when you wanted me to leave the house. I didn't fight it. The house that I bought taking out a loan, I made sure to change the title of the house to your name, and I gave you everything, Anna. I mean, that may be true, but what more do you want from me, Anna? What else can you squeeze out of me? I'm gonna live my own life from now on and not worry about anything else. I'm just gonna focus and do me. You should also focus on your own decisions and come to terms instead of being regretful of everything. We're completely done with each other, do you understand? There is no us anymore. I hope you understand that. The sooner you figure it out, the better. Don't contact me again.
How could you push me away like that and be so cold? Why are you being so mean? You're so rich that you shouldn't have to worry about it. Just reach out and save me. Come on. You don't understand the difficulties we're going through because we're taking a bunch of loans out. They're constantly coming to us for payments. Aren't you worried about your lovely ladies?
I don't really care what you're asking me. My answer is always gonna be a resounding no. I think that I've done more than enough for you two for 20 years. I really don't need to do anything more for you guys. And like I keep saying, you guys were the ones that wanted to get me to leave, remember? I didn't say anything about leaving. If you can't come back and say anything to me when I'm spitting cold hard facts, how about you just calm down and come to terms with the fact that you just need to give up?
But I don't want to do any work.
Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I already have someone I'm seeing. So I'm not available or up for grabs at the moment.
What? Someone you're seeing? Like a girlfriend?
Yeah, so sorry to break it to you, but my private life and my professional life are both going extremely well. There was a reason I was waiting for over 20 years to do this. I think it's all worth it now. I get to wake up and go to my dream job and live my life however I like to live my life. There's really nothing more I'd like to ask for. I've literally got everything I'd ever hoped for.
You're really that happy? I don't believe you.
Janice has grown up and she's legal now. I have no obligation to give her any kind of advice or child support. I don't even have any kind of legal obligation to talk or otherwise be around you two works of art. Do you finally understand me, Anna? I'm not interested in you. You just have to live your own life and do your own thing because no one will help you or come to rescue you.
Are you seriously going to just abandon us like that, Jay? I'm so sorry, Jay. Please forgive me. We used to be such a lovely family. Come on. What are you talking about with a girlfriend? I'm sure she's just fun, right? You can't just be cutting us all away like that. That's the worst thing you can do to us.
What are you talking about? Why, you're acting like you're in some kind of drama or something. You literally did whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted for the past 20 years, using my money. But the second I quit my job, you cut me off like some kind of tumor being removed. Just remember that all of this was brought on by yourself. It has nothing to do with what I did to you.
I'm sorry, I promise that I won't do that again. I really don't want to work, and I really didn't expect you to be so successful, you know? I just felt like you were some useless, jobless slob. Please save me. Don't abandon me, Jay.
I'm gonna say no one more time. Stop making me repeat myself. How about you just try to live on your own for once, huh? You must be so glad that Janice decided to live with you.
Anna really didn't expect things to turn out the way they did when she reached back out to him. She was dumped and rejected immediately. She probably didn't expect him to cut her out of his life like that. Anna didn't feel like she wanted to work, and they eventually ran completely out of all their savings. They were drowning in debt, so she ended up working in a factory to make ends meet. Jay, on the other hand, ran his extremely successful restaurant business, and his luck didn't seem to run out at all. He was actually scheduled to get remarried to an ex-model. She was extremely beautiful. All of the tough things that he had to put up with through his life paid off. He finally started to feel like he was alive again. Anna saw him being successful on TV and kept messaging him every time she saw him doing better than before. She must have felt really in the wrong for everything and been upset about the fact that she couldn't have him as her man. She brought all of this on herself. Talk about revenge as a dish best served cold.
Hey, Sarah, I heard you're living in our house. You got some damn nerve to do that.
Oh, hi, Gabby. Yes, but you should think that this is not your house anymore.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you think that you own this place or something? You only paid a little for the renovation. Are you serious?
Did you not hear anything from your mother?
About what?
The current situation.
I don't need to hear anything because I know that you just want to run through my parents' fortune, right?
What fortune? I've never heard or seen that ever in my life.
You are so conceited, you know? I feel so bad for my mom because she is tolerating with your harassment. Since I'm going home, I will not let you do that, you hear me?
Coming home?
Yes, I decided to have a baby there.
Where?
At my parents' house. Are you stupid?
Where are you going to stay? This is not your house.
Enough is enough! That is my parents' house and mine, okay? Do you think that my house is yours just because you live there? This might be the reason that Paul is fed up with you.
What are you talking about?
If you keep on acting this way, you can get kicked out.
This is my house, so there's no way I'm going to get kicked out.
Oh, wow. You're so confident. I wonder if you can keep that confidence until I go home tomorrow.
What, you're gonna stay here?
It's my house, so of course.
Until when?
Why should I tell you? Well, what I know is I'm going to relax for a while after giving birth.
I have no problem with you coming tomorrow, but please talk to your family because you can't stay here for a long time.
Who the fuck are you? You should be grateful that you're able to stay at my house.
And I've been telling you that it's my house now. You probably don't believe me, so talk to your parents, okay? I heard that Gabby is coming home tomorrow. What's up with that? You didn't tell her anything, did you?
Oh yeah, she did say something about coming home to give birth. I just remembered. Looks like things are not going well between her and her husband, too. I feel bad for her.
Why are you talking like it's someone else's business? There's no way she can come here and live forever. I want you and your parents to get ready to leave because you understand that you can only live here until the end of the month, right?
Oh, about that, can you think about it again?
What?
This is our house, you know. Isn't it rude to kick us out? You should think about it a little more and then decide.
Don't you understand that you're here because of what you've done? Why don't you find your own place to live?
You don't need to be pissed off, you know.
Anyways, she can only stay here 3 days max. Talk to her while you're here, and don't decide to negotiate with me because I won't.
Hey, where's my lunch? Can you prepare it before you go to work next time? You're such a useless piece of shit.
I'm at work right now. When are you staying at my house until? You're going to leave tomorrow, right? Did you talk to your family?
What? Leave? I told you I came home to give birth. I will treat you like a housekeeper because your shitty attitude and all the trouble you caused.
Didn't I tell you that this is my house now, so you can't stay here? I even told Paul you could only stay for 3 days.
I didn't hear anything from him. Anyways, I will not listen to whatever you say because I'm your sister-in-law and the daughter of this house. If you can't listen to me, I will kick you out.
Are you threatening me? Do you think that you can kick me out?
Of course I can. This is my house.
How many times do I need to tell you that it isn't?
I have a higher status in this house, so don't even try to argue with me, okay?
Don't act like you've won or something by threatening me. Why don't you listen to what I need to say?
Do you want me to tell Paul to divorce you? I can do that, you know.
Excuse me?
Anyways, you will be my housekeeper, okay? If you decide to argue with me, I will kick you out and tell Paul to divorce you.
We are divorced already, actually.
What?
We divorced 3 months ago.
Oh, you guys divorced? So is that why you're living in my house? You've got nowhere to go, right? Get the fuck out!
Please shut up and listen to me, okay? This house is mine and not your parents'. I am the owner, but since you don't believe me, ask your parents.
I don't need to ask because I know you're lying to me.
I'm telling you the truth. We started living together because your parents failed in their investment and became broke and couldn't pay the mortgage, so they changed the owner name to mine. So that's why you guys have a place to stay.
What? Failed an investment?
Yes. The reason I renovated the house was because I was trying to increase the value of the house with plans to sell or live by myself in the future, so it wasn't for your parents to begin with, because they didn't even pay a penny.
Why did they rely on you, though? Wait, what will happen to Paul then?
He works part-time at a 7-Eleven, so I think he doesn't have money. I mean, he does, but since he was cheating on me, maybe he used all of it on her.
What? He was cheating on you?
Yeah. That's why I divorced him.
I didn't know that you guys got divorced. I'm shocked.
You're shocked because you will not be able to use the divorce as a threat, right? Also, the fact that the person who you call a housekeeper is the owner of the house, right? Anyways, going back to the story about my house. I'm paying off the mortgage now, so if you want this house, you need to pay me, okay?
What? You're making us pay?
Of course! I own the house! I know that your parents paid the mortgage in the beginning, but I've been paying it for a while now. And even then, the owner name has changed to mine, so... Do you think you can still stay here?
So we really need to leave this house?
Yes! Your whole family. They promised to leave at the end of the month, so why don't you guys find a house?
What? You're seriously going to kick all of us out?
Yes, I am.
You can't even afford a house with only Paul's salary.
You can just go home to your husband's house, you know.
I can't because I was kicked out.
Oh, so it is true. Your husband sent me your belongings and divorce papers, which I thought was weird, so I called him, and he said he caught you cheating, so he doesn't need you anymore.
What? You checked without my permission?
Hey, it came to my house, and I just called the number that was on the package. I told him that I divorced Paul for the same reason, and he was really sick of you two. I was too, actually.
Shut up! That's none of your business.
Yep, exactly. So that's why I don't want anything to do with you, so please leave. I'm asking you nicely.
Where would we go? My parents are going to help me give birth.
Don't decide to come crying to me, okay? We're total strangers now.
Why are you so mean all of a sudden?
Me? Don't you think that you're the mean one? You decide to come home not knowing anything and calling me a housekeeper.
I just misunderstood. Can't you at least say thank you to me, though? I was nice to you and took care of you.
No one in your family took care of me, so whatever you say, I will say no. Don't think that I will help you.
I will apologize for Paul. So, can you give me the house?
Sure.
Really? Wow, that was easy. Did you understand me? I can be your friend if you want to.
The house will probably cost a few $1,000,000, so please buy it with that price. If that's okay with you, I can lower the price, but I don't think that it will be possible because no one will take out a loan. Plus, you guys have no savings. If you want to earn that much money, why not become a housekeeper? Not mine, but someone else's. I don't think you can handle it, though. I kicked all of them out of the house and was able to sell the house. Paul and Gabby's mom had to pay the alimony for the infidelity, and now they live in an old rusty apartment and are living a shitty life. On the other hand, I'm living my best life since I have money from selling the house. It's very clear that when you treat others like crap, it will always come back to you.